I call this piece Scarred for Life. I've seen their gaunt eyes. I've seen them scratch their skin till it bled. I've seen them pick and poke at their face till it was swollen and bruised. I've seen their track marks and sunken in veins. I've seen them cry because it hurt to go without. The tremors, their vomit, and their desperate cries for a fix. I've seen the pregnant mother who still smoked crack and would suck dick for another hit. Or the premature crack baby who weighed 1 pound, 3 ounces, born with 1 lung, and screamed day and night due to its mother's drug use. I've seen the homeless man with a paper cup begging for change. Or the 3-month-old baby who cries with an empty stomach and has a diaper that hasn't been changed since yesterday. And its single mother who sells her body, not to feed her child, but to feed her drug habit instead. Or what about the young white suburban kids who lie, steal, and curse their mothers just for another fix? I've seen the young teenage girl who was sexually assaulted by her own father, who now sells her body for drugs. Or the mother who rented her children to the pedophile drug dealers just so she could get another hit. Sick. I know the girl who lost her virginity unwillingly and was raped at the age of 14 and caught HIV. Or my best friend who found his mother's body blue and purple due to an overdose. Or the loving mother who walked in on her only child, only to find him cold as ice with the needle still in his arm. Or the single father who was awoken by a phone call at 4 a.m. to identify the body of his beloved 16-year-old daughter who had ran away because dad was too strict. She was brutally raped and murdered. My 4-year-old cousin who watched her mother get shot in the face by her lunatic boyfriend, who then turned the gun on himself, blowing his brains out. She was left alone, screaming on the floor, covered in her mother's blood. Or what about the 2 young children who sit at the Christmas tree, crying because Santa never came? Or my mother, whose body was found with a bag tied tightly around her head. I could keep going on with these unfortunate events, but it's a little too much to bear. Is it a problem? Indeed. I would say it's enough to make one's eyes bleed. I've walked a mile or 2 in these shoes. I've lost many loved ones and paid my dues. I've flown with the angels and kissed God on his lips. I danced with the devil and fell for his tricks. Attempted suicide and slit my wrist. And what I'm left with is this: a choice to make, a story to tell, and a scar for life.